If you're new here, I'm Kaniti, and if you're already watching my One Piece Chill channel, welcome back. Today we are going to read the newest chapter of One Piece, number 1108. So, of course, spoiler alert if you're not up to date with manga. But let's see what this chapter has. Let's go. Oh, we have a very pretty cover for Jump. One Piece with Luffy in his Nika form. So should I say like Joy Boy form and Nika form is the best option. It looks really cool in color. And we also have, these are, well, I wanted to say all the girls, but obviously this is not like all the girls. Tashigi? Yeah, Hancock, Reiju, Robin, Nami. I kind of froze for a second. This is the girl from Film Red, right? Isn't she? I still didn't watch it. Ooh, Robin's dress is actually my favorite. We can't really see it that well, but I really like this part of it. Oh, and there are like portraits of different dogs. What the heck? It looks adorable. I love it a lot. And their glasses look enticing. They're so pretty. There's something pink in them. Maybe rosé wine? But now we go to serious stuff. The chapter is called Attention World. Oof. During the barrage. Oh, okay. So we have this talk between Caribou and Blackbeard pirates, let's say in general. Oh, wait, please! What's his story? His wet head, Caribou. That's right, please hold on. You may be a pirate, but this is a government island, and there are people after the Commodore's life. So one ogre is holding him in his sights. You've got it all wrong. Please trust me. If you guys kill me here, Commodore Teach will have your heads, because he has important information to share, but I assume he only wants to share it with Blackbeard, so he's just going to tell them that it is important, but he can't tell them what it is, especially since then they can just kill him and go share that information themselves. Oh, and why is that? Because I have extremely valuable information. The kind... What would be his voice? Because I have extremely valuable information. The kind that's hard to come by. Something like that. Information, and then that's only thing he says aloud, obviously, and to himself he thinks information on the ancient weapons which bear the name of the gods. First is the curious power of Fishman Island Princess Shirahoshi, known as Poseidon. Yeah, I think that's like the most important, but then he learns some more. Then there's Pluton sleeping underground in one. The only people in the world who know the whereabouts of both are the Straw Hat crew and myself. If you bring me to the Commodore, I'll surrender that information free of charge. I'm sure he will be pleased. Yeah, I'm sure what's on the previous frame he didn't say aloud. That was just like to himself, that it's the information. Just take me with you. I know I can be of use. And they're kind of thinking, considering it, but I don't see why it should be a problem for them to keep him alive and take him, because if he does have valuable information, that might be pretty important, and I don't think they should see Caribou as much of a threat, so I feel like they should take him. So I assume that's how this ends, because now we go to a different scene. Pull back from the shore. We have to stop firing on the Pacifista. Those damn bubble shields. I never thought we'd learn about the power of the special science group like this. Ooh, looks cute. So Pacifista are using bubble shields to block the attacks, and then obviously with the beams they go in for attacks themselves. And again we see all the vice admirals and what they are saying. Bluegrass is angry. This is so frustrating. I can't cut loose. We'd just be hurting ourselves by taking out those units. This is my favorite character design out of them. Hound. It would be unprecedented, but is there any chance of calling off the Buster Call for now? Okay, he is pretty calm and collected. Admiral Guillotine is screaming. Vegapunk himself gave that pirate the authority to command the Pacifista, right? There's no way we can stop. After this, there's no doubt he's rebel scum. We should focus on getting the pacifista back on our side. That means taking Jewelry Bonnie's head. I guess this makes sense. If she gave the command and then she dies, they can overrun her command with any other, right? So that kind of also puts these marks on her that she will now be considered a high priority target for killing because she's dangerous, because she can control the pacifista. If she's out of the picture, if she's dead, then there's no problem. All available vice admirals should leave their stations and hunt her down immediately, Doberman is saying. That's kind of fitting with his name. Though I'm not sure, like, Dobermans, are they hunt dogs and what do they hunt? But still, her current escape route from the hand of the Fabria Stratum will lead her to the northeast coast. We must eliminate her. So, obviously, she is with our crew and she's going to be hunted down. So, still hot pursuit is going on. Oof. Wait, a lot is happening. Roger that. Tossa here. I'm already hot on their heels. I'll get them. These fingers will drag her to hell. My 10-barrel finger gun can even rip open armor. Tossa crunch. And Vice Admiral Tossa is going for Frankie and Bonnie. Well, obviously, for Bonnie, who is sitting snugly on Frankie's back. Crap, it's a Marine. What? Okay, give me a second. So he goes into attack. Bonnie is obviously scared. But then Tossa is shocked because he is being attacked by some giant axe. Oh gosh, I thought, like, what is this bubble for a second? That's an axe of the giants. Yes, they came to help poor Bonnie. Scared. Oh, there are giants on this island? Are they enemies too? We are in a rush, you know. Gabababa, who are you guys? We checked the bounty posters to make sure we'd recognize the new members. Good job. But none of you look familiar. Are you researchers? Well, what about Frankie? How does his wanted poster look, actually, at the time? We've come to get the Straw Hats, because he changes, you know, his appearance a little bit from time to time, but still, he is recognizable. What for? Luffy is my captain. Do you have a grudge against him? Wait, whose legs are... Ah, this is General... I'm sorry, I suddenly called him General. This is Vice Admiral Tossa's legs sticking out of the ground. That's a nice detail. No, nothing like that. We've only got gratitude for him. We are warriors from Elbaf. If you are friends of his, we'll do our best to keep you safe. Luffy, Sanji, and Vegapunk are still back there, Bonnie pleads. Can you help them too? Those names sure take me back. You betcha, little missy. Vegapunk, he's the one that Scholar mentioned, right? Carry them to the ship. Aye, aye, captains. Okay, so Dory and Brogy give all of this group to their crewmates. This really cool crewmate. He looks like Neptune, you know, from the, was it Greek mythology or Rome mythology? They are kind of, you know, they had the same pantheon, but they took from Greeks, but they changed all the names, so sometimes I'm confused, like, which name is from where, but he looks like Neptune. We'll go on ahead. The fire is starting to get out of control. Aye, aye, captains. Giant allies, huh? Are they the masters Usopp's always going on about? Well, yeah, these two. The line's gone dead. Vice Admiral Urban is... So many Vice Admirals. I'll never remember all of them now. Did they counter his attack? Or was it the giants? I'm heading to the island, Pomsky. Pomsky sounds like such a cute name. I know why. Because, you know, there are these little dogs, Pomeranians, So Pomsky makes me think of, I think there is even a blend between Husky and Pomeranian, and it is called Pomsky, exactly. So when I see this name, I think of something small and cute, but then I look at his chin and I have this dissonance. Hop on, Bluegrass is saying, Doll. That was... Hop on, Doll. Will attack from the sea. I was just happy to see Bluegrass again. I like I like how they look. The ship on the northeast shore is definitely from Elbaf. Ooh, this is a cool mechanical sea beast. Really cute. Like a giraffe. Kinda adorable. Our fortune keeps flip-flopping. Giants are no joke. Have you ever fought one? And Bluegrass is sitting here on top. And another hot marine that I forgot the name of is saying, my commanding officer a little over 20 years ago was a giant. Past tense, you must be talking about Saul. He was a tough cookie. Ooh. What is this also earlobe? Looks pretty interesting. Where are the others? In the lab above the clouds. On a sky island? Oh, not exactly, they are just above us. So we are back to with that Neptune giant. I don't know what's his official name. And he is carrying Frankie and others to their friends and asking where they are. And I like how he just continues smiling all the time. That looks really cute. Okay, now I have like flashbacks to Wano, but this is not connected. It's nice. It looks cute. You can't move. Okay, now we go back to the main scene of our spectacle with Saturn and Luffy and Vegapunk and Sanji. You can't move? How are we meant to save you then? Ouch, if you try to move me, I'll die from internal hemorrhaging. I think he means like internal bleeding. That's what I assume. I'm sorry. This frame is so funny. He looks so funny. But look at his face. What the heck? That doesn't look intimidating. It looks hilarious. But we promised to get you off this island, didn't we? I did ask you for that, but I've made my bed, and there are things here I must protect. So Vegapunk is essentially saying, I'm dead anyway, you can't do anything. I was hoping Bonnie's command override would have remained a secret till she was a little bit older. She'll be a target for the rest of her life. Please look after her. Yeah, that's just what I was saying. I just maybe forgot the word target, that she will have like that mark on her, right? Looks like he's given up any pretense of looking human. Sanji mentions there's a strange look in his eye. Seems he's completely coated in venom too. Yeah, and with his huge claw, he just decided to murder a random tree. Completely innocent tree that was just growing here, minding its own business. But he doesn't look really human anymore. I feel like he does look like some kind of creature that you would find in theoretical hell. Like, I don't know, hellhound, something like that. But his face on this page is just hilarious. Hilarious. I'm sure many people would agree. I can't stop looking at it. It's so freaking funny. Oh, and with the same funny face, we got a double page with holy shit. Ooh. Ooh. So now he goes in for an attack with all his claws, all his limbs. Luffy dodge. No problem. So Luffy dodges. In like all the panel, we see how kind of he moves, so to say, in animation theoretical. And he says, Sanji, you get Gramps out of here. Don't stop even if he is moaning about the pain. And Sanji does say, no problem. And he takes Vegapunk and also easily jumps away. But then Vegapunk is screaming, ouch, ouch, stop it, I said it's fine, leave me, Sanji. Simmer down, we'll figure it out. Sanji is... like Luffy said, he doesn't listen to like Vegapunk's complaining, but Kizaru comes in and he smacks Sanji away, and then before Sanji can do anything, he zaps Vegapunk right through his belly, which also looks pretty fucking deadly. Like, if Vegapunk does survive after all of these attacks, I will be genuinely impressed. No, Vegapunk! Apple Gramps! Though, at the same time, if he managed to kind of divide his brain and kind of his being into different bodies, into different... even like they have their own personalities, but that's still kind of him in a way, right? At least as I understood it, the satellites. So you could say that even if Stella dies, the satellites will still be kind of a continuation of him, and at the same time there's something left, his essence in the Stella as well. Maybe it can also be salvaged by these satellites who have all his knowledge. They might do something like scientifically, not medically, to save Vegapunk, you know? No, Vegapunk! Apple Grumps! Sanji, get going, you gotta get back to the back entrance. Crap, I'm sorry, Vegapunk. Okay, Sanji takes him in his arms again and runs away, and Kizaru kinda takes note of it and I guess going to pursue them because he uses like his light abilities. Again, what the heck, wait, this is the last double page. Ooh. Okay, this, I wanted to say, if nothing else comes up, that panel with funny Saturn face is gonna be my favorite moment just because it was funny. But this frame is so cool, what the... I don't know, like Luffy's face also. It doesn't look like on this panel like his face. And it really makes him look like this kind of ancient deity, right? With also the perspective, you know? Ooh, sheesh. So he grabs Kizaru with one hand and kind of pushes away Saturn with another hand, saying, you know, there's no way I'm letting you escape, right? Ooh, he got... That was pretty cool. With Kizaru, you can see he stopped Kizaru from pursuing Sanji and Vegapunk, and also you can see the damage down to Kizaru. Like, there's blood, there's this reaction. So, wow. Vegapunk, damn it, don't die on me. Hey, what are you smiling about? Stay with me. They're smiling about. Oh, and note that on this frame where Sanji is running away with Vegapunk, we can still see giant Luffy in the background, and even little tiny Kizaru in his, what's this, right hand. Beep, mic check, testing. 1, 2, 3, attention world, hello there. This is Dr. Vegapunk. What is going on? The world's greatest and most humble scientific genius. I'm sure this message will come as a shock for you all. Please bear with me. What I'm about to tell you is the truth about our world. Announcement from Vegapunk. Look, Sanji is asking, what are you smiling about? I bet that is what he's smiling about. I bet he figured something out, that if I die, if they do kill me, that's where they're gonna step on their own foot and fall into their own pit, because they are going to kill me to stop me from revealing the information I know, but I'm going to set it up so when I die, the information will be automatically revealed to the whole world. And so does it mean that in the next chapter, and I don't think there's any break, that we are going to learn like actual truth about the world, some pretty crucial information that we were speculating about this whole time, like the, I don't know, there are a lot of theories about, the Void Century, what happened, how it all went down, and from all the clues that we got so far, I guess I have a pretty relative image of how it should be. The general idea of, yeah, there was, I even had the idea that the world was maybe more united before, but then after the world government decided to seize power, they divided the world with the red line. That's why we are talking about the idea of all blue as red line being destroyed, thus kind of unifying the oceans and creating the all blue. And so when the world is more united and all the information flows around more freely, it will be harder to control by a single party. And obviously with all these nobles crumpling to the ground from the red line, it would make sense, kind of we are toppling down their rule, right? And then it also ties in with the prophecy of Luffy kind of destroying Fishman Island, because I think it's right under the red line. So if you destroy the red line, it's gonna all fall down on this underwater kingdom. And going back to it, we can assume, okay, so there was this Joy Boy, he had this Nika form, maybe he also had this fruit, or he was Nika himself. And again, we can say maybe the actual godlike creatures back then, because of these fruits kind of tracing us back. Like there's like a Buddha fruit, right? There is this Nika god fruit. You could say, okay, maybe these creatures, they were just by themselves having these characteristics. At the same time, you could say maybe that's always came from fruits. So we could say that Joy Boy was a giant who either possessed these characteristics himself somehow, maybe he was from a tribe with these characteristics, or he just also had a fruit and thus this ability. And he was also deeply connected with buccaneers, but as we saw, buccaneers, they're also pretty huge, so it might be some people closely related to the race, to the peoples that Joy Boy came from. And at the same time, we have giants who also kind of all about Nika. So I think this all ties in. Maybe among the giants there was this dude who was fighting for the freedom and happiness for everyone, but somehow in some way he has lost, or maybe he has even died, like Roger has died, well, not like Roger has died, but like Roger was going to die from an illness, right? That's what I was talking about, sorry. And so world government, what we have now, they managed to take this place. But at the same time, we got this info about all the kind of kings and queens that made a pact that no one is going to take the throne. I kind of forgot about this little morsel. I'm sure we should also fit it somehow in our theory. But in the general, maybe I should make a separate video where I go through my own thoughts and opinions on how it went down. But the general idea is that there was another civilization, so to say, before in the world, which maybe had more freedom, more maybe better technologies and flow of information. And then Imu, let's say, came to scene and decided to usurp all the power to themselves, and thus he decided to break the pact and sit on that throne. And so all that he created was to keep that power, to delete the information about the Void Century, so about that civilization, so people wouldn't think, oh, we had these great times and now we have a tyrant who is on the throne. So they wouldn't know that, right? They would think, well, that's the order how it has always been, and so we are fine with that because there was never ever anything different, right? And so here creates the situation where the technology goes back down, so people will have less opportunities, in general, less opportunities. And he creates the red line and all the propaganda, all that system to keep everyone in line. And that's just where we are now. I think that's just like the general idea, with all the little details that need to be worked out. And I will be genuinely surprised if there is going to be some interesting twist that kind of crushes even this whole general idea and shows us some other side of it, some other line of events. That would be pretty interesting. So I guess, yeah, since it's like a chapter reaction, I guess I won't really go into detail, and maybe I do need to kind of remind myself of some points of information that we learned, because while I'm talking about it, I'm kind of remembering, oh, there was also this and there was also that, and you kind of have to take this all into consideration, and also maybe watch other people's theories. I'm sure like Joyboy theories, he has a lot of different theory videos. Some of them are kind of out of this world. I remember he had some. Anyways, I want to say maybe you have something to mention about like your general ideas, like what Vegapunk is going to reveal, what is he going to say, like the truth about the world, what's it gonna be, because I feel like we got so many hints and so much information, maybe a little too much when we have such like a load of information to work with. I think it actually makes it harder, not easier, because there are so many little details you have to take into account. You can't just speculate as much, So I'm curious to know what you think about this, and with that, I suppose, share your thoughts in the comments down below, as well as your favorite moment. As usual, I suppose my favorite was this panel on the last double page with Luffy. How that it just looks super cool. One of the best panels I saw ever made. I'm really impressed by this one. And yeah, that would be it for today. So thank you for watching and see ya.